everyone. It's Mark Gilliard again for AIM Country Music Television. My guest today is Chris Brix. He started his musical career in pop music and was doing really well there. But Chris loved playing music on his guitar, and that led him straight to country music. He's just getting started in country music, and we'll be talking about his first release today. That first release has already topped 100,000 streams. He's energetic, he really knows how to craft a song, and he has a voice that can't be denied. He's here today to talk about his latest release, Rock and Roll. Let's get him in here right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Welcome, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Yeah, you're really welcome. I feel like it'd be a good idea to open this up with a bit of intro, a little chronology. You've been very successful with pop music, and I found a few videos. You're practically an animated character yourself. In this video we're playing today, you're pretty darn lively too. So just take a minute, tell us how we got from there to where you are now. Just tell us about Chris Brix.
Well, I mean, it all started, I had a supernatural affinity for the guitar. I was like 7 and I saw people playing a guitar and I was like, I need that. And, now I'm 33 and the guitar has become an extension of my body, like an arm or something. So that's where it all began, really. And I was doing pop music. I had started my band Plaid Brix as an alternative rock band, and with synth elements like programmed drums and stuff. And my manager was like, that we attracted because of the success of the band, was like, we need to get you into like pop music, and we gotta cross over or whatever. And so then my music became divorced from guitar. Basically, there was no more guitar in the recordings, and it just felt unnatural and weird. And so I said, you know what, I need to hit the reset button, and I'm gonna make country music because guitar is alive and well there, and always liked country music. My mom has been trying to get me to be a country musician since I was 10 or so. So
she's probably really happy with this transition.
Oh my God, yeah, she's over the moon. So,
well, you're a perfect fit for it. That's kind of what I wondered about it, because it's I did go back and listen to several of your songs and videos, but you definitely have the style that just country just flows from you with the I didn't know the part about the guitar, but I think the guitar is maybe that connection that makes it where the country is just so natural for you.
Yeah, and always loved Lynyrd Skynyrd, one of my favorite bands of all time. I probably listen to Tuesday's Gone at least. Sometimes it'll be once a day. Right now it's maybe like once a week. I'll listen to Tuesday's Gone, and it's just, I think, perhaps one of the best recordings of the last century. So
yeah, a true classic.
Yeah.
Well, you're here to talk about your own classic, your new release, Rock and Roll. Why don't you take a minute or two and just tell us about the song?
Yeah, so I was on the way to a photo shoot, and I make tracks and then later write over top of them. And so I have, like, on my phone just files and files and files, and I'll just listen to them while I'm driving and freestyle over them. And I was like, driving to this photo shoot, and I came up with, "We're gonna rock, baby, rock." And it was just like this, I don't know, it just came out of nowhere, and that line popped in my head, and that, then I wrote the rest of the song from there.
Well, that's fantastic.
I had moved to Nashville to start pursuing country music, and it was one of the first songs that I wrote. And I think it's appropriate as my first release of my country rock stuff, because it kind of sets the pace for what the project is going to be. Like how in old literature, like you go back to Shakespeare or back to like Milton, Paradise Lost. They have like an intro where they're like, "This is what my project is going to be. Here's what you can expect from me as you read on in this marvelous tale." And that's kind of, rock and roll is kind of my introduction to Chris Brix, which is, so you can expect more in the same vein.
It's a great intro. I think this really probably sums it up pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And do I understand right? You're going to be doing sort of a regular drip of new music, so we just have sort of a constant thing through the year of new music from you.
Yes, right now we're trying to figure out, do we release an EP in January, February, or do we do another single and then an EP? Because I'm also very anxious to get a bunch of songs out so that I can tour and play live. I don't want to be trying to go through the effort of booking shows and getting people there, and then just play all this songs they don't know. So
Right. Yeah. Maybe in this case, it might be a good idea to have a little bit of a catalog started.
yeah, and I've got 10 songs right now that are pretty much in the bag. So it's like, what do we, what's the best way to do this? So
you said you wrote songs by doing sort of a track. What kind of that seems pretty interesting songwriting process. How do you do that? What's the software or
so I use Pro Tools, and I record a guitar part. Actually, it starts on my phone. I record guitar parts into my phone, and or I hum. I sometimes like yesterday I hummed 3 different new songs or tracks. And then later, then I go to figure out how best to voice that progression and rhythm on a guitar. And then I record that. And then I have like just a backlog of things that are in various states of completion. So I probably right now I've saved up 30 of those. So if I went in, then I would spend like 2 days in Pro Tools and turn all of them into tracks and program all the drums and just, flesh out, figure out what the other parts of the song are. And I can do that in one track in like 30 minutes.
Right.
I've
That's
gotten
pretty interesting.
so fast. And I kind of Henry Ford it. So like I have a bunch of things, I save them up, and then I go and I do a bunch of things and go down the assembly line and
the song assembly line by Chris Briggs.
And then I go through a period where then I'm just like, okay, I need to top line all of these. And I just get into like melody mode. And then eventually I record all the vocals and stuff.
Right.
And then we take that and I have studio musicians play on top of stuff, and my guitars get mixed in there, my demo guitars. And yeah.
Sounds pretty fun. I sort of like the idea of doing of humming a melody that you're going to do, because I think you come up with or at least tend to come up with more interesting melodies when you're humming it instead of, starting with the guitar part. It's instead of doing that scale, you're going and doing a melody and have to come back and figure out what that chord pattern is. So
and sometimes it's like a bass rhythm, like boom, 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 boom. Like I should probably record that.
Yeah. You want to take a break here a second and get that one on tape?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm ready to play the video. How about you?
Yeah, sure.
All right, perfect. You're watching Chris Briggs' video for Rock and Roll on AIM Country Music Television.
We're gonna rock, baby, rock. Work hard, play hard, been a long week, it's Friday night. Let's live some, get some, everybody dancing, feeling alright. Let's go out downtown, drinking beers at all get songs, it's no rules. Hell yeah, we
Wow, what a great song. You really do bring the party.
Yes, I like to be animated, and that's the first time I've been called an anime character, but I like that.
It's not, I don't think it's far off. I mean, almost comes across as insulting, but I think if people go back and look these up, they'll see it. Your pop trio was called Plaid Bricks, and if anybody wants to look them up, Bricks was spelled with two X's instead of CKS. And your record label is called Plaid Robot Recordings.
Yeah.
Is there a story to go along with your use of plaid?
It's begins around the time when I picked up the guitar, like 7, 8 years old. I begged my parents. They're like, okay, like it's time for you to have a big boy room, and you can choose what you want on the walls of your room now that you're a big boy. And I was like, oh yeah, great, this is awesome. And so I looking through the wallpaper thing, and there was a red plaid, and I love plaid. So I'm Irish, and Celtic culture. There's all types of plaid involved there, so it's also a tie into that.
Well, that's awesome. Well, if you guys want to though, you should look up Plaid Bricks, and that's BRIXX. You'll see Chris's annex I'm talking about, and you will agree with me. Before I let you get out of here, tell us where to find you online, on stage, and where we can buy or listen to all this music.
Yeah, my website's just Chris Bricks, CHRISBRICKS.com. And then on pretty much any social media, it's at Chris Bricks Music. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, Twitter is at Melodic Bricks. Chris Bricks Music is too long for, or X now, actually. X is now what they call Twitter. So then TikTok as well. TikTok, we've been doing really, really well. So that's kind of become my primary platform.
Yeah, you should be a good fit for that one.
As much as it feels like a weird thing to be like a almost mid-30s man on TikTok, I feel a little out of place sometimes, but hey.
The thing with it's that place where you can do that short video and you really connect with an audience. I mean, I think it might just be short form, but it's the place where they can say, hey, I like this, and they'll go back and hear more, but they'll also come and buy your album. So when you get to that point, I mean, it'll be good having that audience.
Yeah, people, I've been doing these cover videos where I can show off my anime characterness. It's like 5 of me playing playing guitar and then singing all 4 or 5 of the harmonies I do these cover songs of like
I saw
popular.
that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm guessing you bring this energy we saw in the video to every show you do too. Would that?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm dripping in sweat by the end of my shows.
Well, I think we should all get in the line for the tickets for these shows.
My signature move is walking across the stage on my hands. So.
Okay, well, I think maybe you should get that EP out so that we will be able to get to see you in some shows. So let's get you out on stage somewhere.
Let's get the EP to like Morgan Wallen or Luke Bryan or something.
there you go. We're going to have it. I'm sorry, Chris. You just got to do it.
Need an opener. Hey.
Exactly. Well, Chris, thank you so much for coming on the program. It's been a real pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Bricks. So what do you think? Is rock and roll going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gilliott for AIM Country Music Television. Thank you for watching.